Hi, this is Tina here from Under 3 Acres, and today I'm going to show you how to build an old-fashioned clothesline just like this one. And in case you've wanted to learn how to do it, I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to do this with a little bit of help. To build this clothesline, you are going to need 3 4x4 by 9 feet. You can use 8 feet, but I'm using 9 because we're on a slope. I've got 1 2x4 by 10 foot, and then I have some smaller pieces of hardware. I have 150 feet of heavy-duty clothesline because I'm making 4 lines and the 2 posts are approximately 32 feet apart. We have 8 of these eyelets, and for that you're going to need to pre-drill these, so you need a drill bit that's slightly smaller than the thread on your eyelet. I have 2 packages here of clothesline clips. This is for the clothesline to crimp them at the end. We have some 3-inch screws, and then some other basic tools like a chisel, a drill, a hammer, a square, a level, and some cord here. And then some accessories because I'm a woman and I like to make things pretty. We're gonna put some solar end caps on the ends. I have a little hook here for my bag of clothespins and some little hooks here so that I can eventually hang a potted plant on the ends of my clothesline. First thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna drill your holes for your posts. And we just built a little frame here and used a rebar and the stake here to keep them on plumb. They're not concreted yet because we need to pull them out. As you could see, the other post was either not as deep because of tree roots or it's a longer post. I'm not sure, but we're gonna work with the shorter post to determine the height of our lines, and we're going to mark where we're gonna put a joint. So I'm gonna put a joint, we're gonna have a beam going across here, and I'm gonna do a lap joint. So I'm determining the height on that. And because I'm one of the shorter people in the family and the one that does the laundry, you're gonna wanna measure this from the person who's gonna do the laundry, how high they can reach. So I can reach about here. So I'm just gonna make a line all the way across. And then I'm going to, as best as I can, measure in 1.75, which is half. Like, this is a 4x4, but it's really only 3.5 inches wide. I'm just going to put the eyelet in here to measure, so it doesn't have to be all the way in. I just want to tie just a rope on here, and this is just to determine approximately level, like what level is. And I'm going to take this eyelet out. This is where I'm going to notch out for the lap joint. You'll see that in a minute. So now I'm just marking where we're level, and you can see that the line here is quite short, but as we walk the slope, it gets to the point where I can barely reach it. But it is level then, so that I can hang up. I'll hang the longer things on this end, but I can reach everything, and that's the important thing, is that it's level as it gets anyway. All right, now I've got to undo my hook here, and we can start notching it out. Watch out, puppy. Okay. Ready? Let's go. I'm such a klutz. So now I'm going to measure for the lap joint. And since I'm going to put a 4x4 this way, and it's 3.5 inches, I'm going to measure up 1.75 in each direction. I'll use a smaller square to draw my lines. And we're going to notch this part out here. You're going to need to set your saw depth. I'm just going to flip this over on this side here, and I'm going to mark 1.75 inches, which is here. I need to set my saw depth to that, so I'm going to cut out that much. Flip that back over here. You can see that mark right there. Whenever you are going to be adjusting a blade or working on your tool, make sure it's unplugged. Move the safety. Now see, that's way too deep. I have to be able to see this line here. So I'm gonna push, you just push on this here. Oops, there we go. That looks right about right where that line is. And then I'm just gonna lock that into place. There. And now it's going to cut to the depth of 1.75. Safety first. I've got my glasses on here. I'm not plugged in yet because I want to show you. You're going to want to cut on the insides of these lines. So you're going to line up so that your blade is on the inside of these lines because we don't want to go bigger. So now I'm going to make lots of little cuts all the way across so I can notch this out. So now we've got this all chiseled out. We're gonna make the cross joiner. This is a 9-foot post and I measured it. It's actually 9 foot 1 inches. So I'm going to cut this in half for the cross beam. So now I'm just gonna mark the center point here. So I marked the middle here of this post, and like the other one, I'm going to make a joint. I've got to measure 1.75 on each side here. And just like the last one, I'm going to notch this out here. So we've got our notch here and our notch here. And what I'm doing is laying this purposely on the back, because when we put the hooks in here to pull the line tight, I'm going to be pulling this joint together. So we're going to fasten it. You could use a lag bolt. I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to use a couple screws. So we're going to make 2 cross braces for each of these. I've cut one already. You cut the end at a 45-degree angle. And then you measure across. I've got this one already cut at a 45. We're going to measure across to 22. I already marked this here. Take my square, make sure it's a straight line. And you want 22 inches on the outside. So we're not measuring from the short underside, we're measuring 22 from the longest edge to the longest edge. Okay, I'm just going to put my pencil in here so I don't lose it. And then we're going to get this lined up here. Just a smidgen, there we go. So I'm just going to cut this here. So 2 done. I've got the ones for the first one. I'm going to cut the other 2 while I'm at it, and then I can put this saw away. I'm going to attach the cross braces here with a couple of screws. I'm putting them in this way. Now I'm just measuring where I'm going to put the eye hooks. Now I've decided that I want to put them 9 inches apart. We have 54 in total, and I'm not putting one in the center on purpose so that I can put a retractable line lower so that the kids can use it if they want to as well. So I'm just marking center. So we're just going to do it like this because it has a little bit more torque, a lot more torque. It's almost there. There, that's pretty good. A couple more times. There. So we marked how long we want this to match the other one, and since hubby wanted to have a go at it too, I let him bring out the big guns and he'll cut this off. We're plumb. So we're going to do this in small batches so that it's more manageable. Sasha's mixing up the last batch of concrete, and once it's in there, we're going to let these sit for 24 hours and then we're going to hang up the lines tomorrow. Now we're just going to put the lines up. We put 3 of the lines up and Sasha's going to help me put up the 4th. So we just have the wire cut and then we put in 2 crimps. And you can buy these where you buy the sewing, or not sewing. You can buy these where you buy the clothesline. There's parts for that. And then we pull it pretty taut. These are heavy duty clothesline, but you can use a decent wire cutter. We'll cut it. I'm just hanging these hooks on the end. I can either hang a clothes hanger if I wanted to have something laying flat on here, or a nice flower basket. I just wanted to have a little fancy special touch to that. So I'm going to hang up something for my clothespins and then we're just about done. There we go. Hang up the little... There we go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to build an old-fashioned clothesline. You can find the list of materials and all of the things you're going to need, the cuts, everything down in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to boop that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of content. We're a large homesteading family and we do lots of DIY, gardening, and all those things. If that's your jam, we'd love for you to join the family. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.